everyone, myself B. Chanakya and I am from ECE 3A. Today I am going to explain SS7 network and ISDN for AIN. SS7 network, also referred to as out of band signaling, is a common channel signaling protocol used for call handling within the telephone network and as to basic of IN, that is intelligent network. SS7 is the underlying data communication protocol used to telephone networks to control call setup and call routing and to provide services such as caller ID and class features. SS7 offers telephone network management functions which are faster, more reliable, and more advanced than earlier technology by managing voice circuit functions on a separate, fully redundant data network. SS7 was originally designed in the mid 1970s for exchanging call control information between the various networks, switches, and databases of the PSTN, that is, Public Switched Telephone Network. SS7 was increasingly used for more sophisticated purposes, including enabling the development of new technologies such as ISDN, that is Integrated Services Digital Network. SS7 replaced the first common channel inter-office signaling system, which was based on SS6 and offered several important advantages, including greater speed. SS7 is also referred to as CCS7 by AT&Ts, C7 in Europe, and SS7 by ANSI. Note that while many of the elements of SS7 are common, there can be some significant regional variations in this deployment. SS7 and intelligent networking applications, local exchange carriers and inter-exchange carriers, to the wireless operators and smaller carriers that require access to the SS7 network. In addition, corporate users operating large call centers are going access to SS7 networks, serving the IXS to improve their operating efficiency and implementation of new services. In the future, accessibility to SS7 networks is expected to increase across the globe. One of the challenges of incorporating redundancy in the network design in the cost of providing the additional links and ports to support these links. This can be costly providing the additional links and ports to support these links. This can be costly undertaking, particularly if the operator needs to connect several relatively small low traffic central offices or other entities onto the SS7 network. Natural microsystems, that is SS7 products, are specifically designed to offer solutions with low port costs. Application examples in the later sections of this paper show how NMS SS7 products can be configured to reduce the number of ports required into the SS7 network. There are a wide variety of potential applications for SS7 technology. The following table provides a sampling of applications for which SS7 is used. This section describes some key SS7 applications and demonstrates how MMS products such as the TX series cards can be incorporated to implement these applications. And coming to SS7 protocol overview. The SS7 protocol is a highly structured and layered protocol stock as the protocol defines all key layers from the physical layer represented by message transfer port level 1 to application layer, of which there are several. Each application layer is designed to support specific applications such as ISDN, GSM wireless mobility, and IN, the natural Microsystems, that is NIMS. SS7 product family provides broad support for the SS7 protocol, which the protocol stack typically running on an ISA based communication card and the application programming interface running on the host computer. This approach significantly improves efficiency by offloading the host computer from processing the SS7 protocol stack, effectively freeing the host computer to process the application. The NMS SS7 product family provides complete lower level functionality at the physical, data link, and new network level, including MTP, that is Message Transfer Port 1 through 3. Key higher level functionality is also provided, including SCPP, that is Signaling Control Connection part, and the Integrated Services Digital Network user part, and TCAP, that is Transaction Capabilities Application part, and Telephony user part. Support for TOP and other application specific layers are planned for the future. And now coming to the ISDN, that is Integrated Service Digital Network. BRS services provides means to transfer information between users without network manipulating content of information. Belongs to first three layers of OSI model. Can be provided using current circuit switched, packet switched, frame switched, or cell switched networks. Teleservices network make change or process the data corresponds to layers 4 to 7 of OSI model. Rely on the facilities of bearer services designed to accommodate complex user needs. Includes telephony, teletext, telefox, telex, teleconferencing, supplementary services. Provides additional functionality to above. For example, reverse charging, call waiting, message handling. And in ISDN architecture, digital bit pipe, bidirectional conceptual pipe through which bits flow between end user and CO or ISDN exchange. Bits may correspond to any of the services. Supports TDM. Two categories defined: home user, low bandwidth; business user, high bandwidth. Total bandwidth divided into channels. Each channel equal to one home user channel. Business users can have multiple bit pipe, each having multiple channels. And now coming to integrated digital network, to meet need for packet switched and circuit switched networks. ISDN architecture, ISDN channel type, hybrid channel H, used at high bandwidth requirements, 384 or 1536 or 1920 kbps, used for video conferencing, high speed data or audio, etc. Can be subdivided as per need. Can be used as B channel for high bandwidth needs. In ISDN interfaces, basic rate interface is used for home users. Specifies a digital pipe with 2B channels and 1D channels, that is 16 kbps. 2 into 64 plus 16 is equals to 144 kbps. In addition, BRI services requires 48 kbps of management overheads. Total date rate, that is 192 kbps. User can use one B channel for a call and other for browsing. Both B channel can be combined for faster connection to internet. And coming to primary rate interface, used for business users. Specifies a very big digital pipe with 23 B channels and 1 D channel, that is 64 kbps. In addition, BRI services requires 8 kbps of management overheads. 23 into 64 plus 64 plus 8, that is equals to 1.544 Mbps. Compatible with T1 line. A user can use more than one B channel. And coming to terminal equipment, all ISDN equipment as digital telephone, digital fax, digital voice and data terminals can be directly connected to ISDN. TE2, all non-ISDN equipments as normal analog telephone, analog fax, etc. helps backward compatibility, cannot be directly connected to ISDN. In coming to network termination 1, there are two terminations, that is network termination 1 and network termination 2. Coming to network termination 1, controls electrical and physical termination of ISDN at user's premise, analogous by physical layer, organizes data streams into frames and back through not a mux. It interleaves bytes to act like a mux connected to ISDN using twisted pair wires of telephone network. Can connect up to 8 devices at one premise. It is the boundary of ISDN. And coming to network termination 2, for large business need to support more telephone conversation at a time, analogous to ePABIX or LAN. It multiplex multiple incoming links to be given to network terminal 1. Works in 3 layers: multiplexing layer 1 and flow control layer 2 and packetizing layer 3, that is packetizing. Terminal adapter converts into from non-ISDN equipment to ISDN format, acts as converter, kept at user's premise. And coming to digital bit pipe, bidirectional conceptual pipe through which bits flow between end user and code, that is ISDN exchange. Bits may correspond to any of the services. Supports TDM. Two categories defined: home user low bandwidth, business user high bandwidth. Total bandwidth divided into channels. Each channel equal to one home user channel. Business users can have multiple bit pipe, each having multiple channels. And in ISDN layers, there are 7 layers of OSI model cannot be applied to ISDN because ISDN specifies 2 different channels, that is B and D, which different functionalities requiring different protocols. B channel user to user communication and D channel user to network signaling. ISDN also differs from OSI in management needs, global integration, maintaining the flexibility required to keep the network truly integrated using public services requires huge management. ITU T has devised an expanded model for ISDN layers in defining 3 separate planes: user plane, control plane, management plane. At physical layer, B and D channels are same. Use either BRI or PRI interface. At data link layer, B or D channel uses LABP or LAPD. At network layer, B channel has many options in connecting to circuit switched or packet switched frame relay or ADM networks. User plane options for layers 4 through 7 is left to user. And now coming to the physical layers specified by ITU T standard 430 for BRI and 1,431 for PRI access. Primary accepts defined by these standards are the mechanical and electrical specifications of interface, R, S, T and U, encoding, multiplexing channels for BRI and PRI digital pipes, power supply. Now coming to integrated digital network to meet need for packet switched and circuit switched networks, a combination of networks available for different purposes. Access to these networks by digital pipes, that is time multiplexed channels, sharing very high speed paths. Customers can use their local loops to transmit both voice and data to telephone central office. Central office directs these calls to appropriate digital networks via digital pipes. ISDN integrates customer services with ISDN. Fully digital services are more efficient and flexible. Need to replace analog local loop with digital subscriber loop. Voice transmission can be digitized at source. Possible to send data, voice, image, facsimile, etc. over it. With all services digital, flexibility allows services available on demand, allows all connections in home or building via single interface. Digital pipes allow different transmissions rates and supports different subscriber needs. And ISDN architecture. ISDN channel type data channel D. Contrast to name does not carry data. Carries controlling signals as establishing a call, ringing, call, interrupt, etc. Carries control signals for all using outband signaling. Protocol signaling system number 7 SS7, that is signaling system number 7, 16 or 64 kbps. Common channel signaling. Subscriber secures a B connection by using D channel. In case of no signaling, it can be used to carry data as video text, teletext, emergency services, alarms, etc. ISDN channel type hybrid channel H. And coming to ISDN channel type data channel D, used at high bandwidth requirements 384 or 1536 or 1920 kbps. Used for video conferencing, high speed data, audio, etc. Can be subdivided as per need. Can be used as B channel for high bandwidth needs. Basic rate interface used for home users. Specifies a digital pipe with 2B channels and 1D channels. In addition, BRI services requires 48 kbps of management overheads. Total data rate 192 kbps. User can use one B channel for a call and other for browsing. Both B channel can be combined for faster connection to internet. Thank you.